James Jarman.
And I'm Heather Skold. It's been more than 14 years since 7 Texas men escaped from prison and were caught here in southern Colorado. Another one of them was executed tonight.
Donald Newberry was one of the men caught in Colorado Springs. He is the third member of the infamous Texas 7 Newberry that was executed. Now, Newberry was sentenced to death for shooting and killing an Irving, Texas police officer during a robbery. The town's police chief spoke about it tonight.
What you see tonight here from the Irving Police Department is our commitment to see this through to the end. This isn't about Donald Newberry. This is about justice for Officer Aubrey Hawkins.
Now, the Texas 7 left their mark on southern Colorado. Woodland Park and Colorado Springs made national headlines.
The infamous group set up camp and tried to call both cities home. KRDO News Channel 13's Emily Allen spoke with people who still live where some were captured.
James and Heather, a lot has changed since the Texas 7 came here into town. Now, there used to be a Holiday Inn here along Garden of the Gods. That since has been torn down. It was at that Holiday Inn that 2 of the men surrendered. Now, as for that RV park in Woodland Park where 5 other men were hiding out, that is still standing, and people tell me they still remember the story. More than a decade has passed.
I always tell people, hey, I live where the Texas 7 were caught.
But people haven't forgotten.
It's kind of wild they ended up here.
Coach Light Motel and RV Park sits in the quiet woods near Woodland Park.
It was a good hiding spot.
For more than a month, 5 of the Texas 7 called this place home.
I know right on top of the hill back there was where they were set up, and they were just campers. At least that's what they were posing to be.
We used to drive by and I'd be in awe, like, oh my gosh, we're actually famous for something, this little town.
Vanessa Riley and her neighbor Christy Winkler heard the story from their parents.
Now living here, it's almost kind of eerie.
I'm glad I don't know details like what camper or what room or anything like that.
And their neighbor Johnny Busby says it's a piece of the past that shouldn't be celebrated.
You know, they didn't do anything of notoriety. They weren't heroes. They were bandits, you know. They were criminals, and they got what they deserved eventually.
Years have passed, but a place they call home will always be a part of history. Now, one of the 5 men that was going to be taken into custody at that RV park ended up committing suicide to avoid being arrested. Now, as we told you earlier, one of the men, Donald Newberry, was executed today. 2 of the men have already been executed and 3 more are on death row. In Colorado Springs, Emily Allen, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thanks so much, Emily.